Every day on There's No Taste Like Home, Chef Gino D'Acampo will take 3 family cooks and the recipes that have been passed down through their families from generation to generation, out of the home and into a professional kitchen.
Let the battle commence.
Together, they'll serve up their treasured dishes to paying customers, and the winning dish, judged by Gino, will be added to the restaurant's menu for a month.
This is absolutely cooked to perfection.
To prove
That there is no taste like home.
on today's show, one of Cornwall's most famous dishes steeped in history.
They would never, ever take a pasty on the boat. The miners had the pasties down the mine. The fishermen, they had a bit of heavy cake.
A unique fish recipe born out of dockside trading last century.
The boats that brought all the citrus fruit from the Mediterranean landed in Plymouth, and suddenly out of the blue came turbot with orange with new potatoes and asparagus.
And a hearty meal first cooked in homesteads by the pioneers of 19th century America.
You knew, absolutely, with every finality, nothing to eat until the next meal.
Hi, I'm Gino D'Acampo and welcome to There's No Taste Like Home. I'm on a culinary quest looking for home cooks, and today I'm proving that right here in Land's End in Cornwall. Cornwall has been home to people ever since the last ice age, and that's over 20,000 years ago. Stunning scenery and stunning produce. Some of the best fish is landed right here in this county. Well, I can't wait to see what's cooking today. As always, I have 3 home cooks desperate to show off their beloved family recipes. Well, to help them to do that, I brought them to this restaurant where very soon they're gonna cook their dishes for paying diners. What the people of Cornwall will think about their dishes? Will they be able to prove that there is no taste like home? Well, let's go in and find out.
Janet Ethorn is baking her great-granny Catherine's Cornish Pasty, accompanied by a fresh green salad. Robin Turner is cooking his father Jack's turbot in orange sauce, served with Cornish asparagus and new potatoes. And Joanne Scofield is making great-grandmother Mary's baked beans, served with baking powder biscuits.
Well, guys, welcome to a professional kitchen. How do you feel?
Great.
It's good?
Super, yeah. Nice kitchen.
We got a lot of preparation to do, okay? Lunchtime is gonna come very, very quickly. Paying diners are gonna come in, they're gonna try your dish. So what I want you to do is to go to your station and start to do the preparation. Okay?
Right, yeah.
All right, come on, everybody to the station, let's get cooking.
Let's meet our first cook and find out how she makes her dish at home. 65-year-old Janet Ethorn lives in Rossmayon in Cornwall with her husband Laurel. Today, she'll be rustling up a local speciality, Great-Granny Catherine's Cornish Pasty. Janet was just 4 years old when first introduced to this Cornish tradition by her mother, Selina.
Now I'm now going to start making the pastry. Now, first of all, I have a nice bit of flour, about 450 grams. Is that it? Okay. Cornish pasties are the staple diet of Cornish people. And a good woman, a good Cornish woman will make a good pasty. Now, this is short crust pastry. Now, I like to make mine with lard and some margarine. There we are, about 6 ounces, that's lovely. And I'm going to cut it up a bit. All right. Now, I put a drop in the middle, and then I mix it in. Always use my hands. My granny used to say to me, mind those precious hands. I used to say, why do you say that, Granny? She used to say, because they're very precious, because without your hands, you can't do very much. So there you are, my handsome. That's that all done. Now I'm going to put this in the fridge. There we are. Now, I'm a bit particular about what beef I use, and I'd like to use a nice little bit of skirt. This is what my granny used, and her mother would have used too. When you make your pasty, you mustn't have great big chunks in it. Wash me hands now. Put out the thing to roll the pastry on, and we start to roll the pastry to make the pasty. When you've got your pastry, because it's nice and pliable, see, it's all nice and pliable, lightly flour the rolling pin, then you roll. Pressure, even pressure on both sides. so that it comes out like that. There we are. Now I'm trimming around now because I want the shape, all right? So I want the shape of the pasty. Now, the way that my mother and Granny always taught me was put the rolling pin down, take half of it back so that you've got half the pasty there to fill. We're going to start off with the turnip. Now, you can see I'm chipping it very, very fine. Typical, proper Cornish pasty is turnip, onion, potato, and beef, and put in that order. Very lightly dust it now with some more seasoning. Move that out of the way a minute. Bit more pepper, lovely. A daub of butter. There we are, see. I'm a maid of Cornwall, made in Cornwall. Can't have better than that, can you? Now, there we are. Now I'm going to close and gnome, all right? So now I crimp with my finger and my thumb, all right? So bend it over, lift, bend over, lift, bend over, lift it, bend it, lift it, bend it, lift it, bend it. There we are. Now that, my handsome, is a Cornish pasty, homemade. There we are. Now that's gone on the sheath now. And I'm going to put a little slit in the top to let the steam out. So there we are. I'm going to leave it in there now for about an hour. A good Cornish woman or Cornish man will never give away the end of his pasty because all the juices have run down and they're in that corner. And come to the last few bites, oh, you'll have the gravy running off your chin. Absolutely handsome. Right, let's have a look at the pasty then. Whoa. Oh, here we are. Oh, the Cornish ones is definitely best. And if they're homemade, is even better. Oh, got the gravy running out of it. Look. Oh, my God, it's looking handsome.
That's Janet's great-granny Catherine's Cornish pasty, accompanied by a fresh green salad. A traditional Cornish recipe that goes way back in history.
So, Janet, tell me, where did it all start?
Well, as far as I can trace back, it's the 1860s with my great-grandmother, Catherine Maddern Pollard, and her husband, Joseph. And they had a big boat called the Mayflower. And my grandmother would help to repair the nets and things like that. And she would make a pasty when they came home, but they would never, ever take a pasty on the boat.
Really?
No, it's superstitious. The miners had the pasties down the mine. The fishermen, they had a bit of heavy cake to go with them, not a pasty. My great-grandmother passed the recipe down to my grandmother, who's called Selina. And my granny used to make the pasties on a scrubbed table. They never had stainless steel worktops or anything like that then. They had a sink and a scrubbed table. And she used to say, here you are, have a bit of pastry while I'm making this up. And I had a bit of pastry and I would be playing around while she made the pasty. But the smells, oh, you've never smelt nothing like it when you smell a pasty. You've got to have a bite.
I will try. I promise you that I'm going to try.
Well, I'm hoping so, Gino. When you come to Cornwall,
You have to have it.
you have to have a pasty.
Jan, I wanted to ask you something. What would it mean to you, to your family, to your mom, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, to win today and have this beautiful dish on a restaurant menu? How are you going to feel?
Well, I would feel very proud, not only for me and my family, but for the people of Cornwall, because I'm making this pasty now on behalf of all Cornish women in the county.
Yes.
And this is our stand to say, this is how it's done, this is what it is, this is how you eat it.
Oh.
Mwah.
It's the start of preparation, and Janet's not leaving anything to chance.
I sat at my kitchen table last night and I picked up my notebook, and here it is here, and I wrote down what I thought I had to do. I had to plan it like a military operation. Oh, I haven't got nothing like that at home. Oh, God. I shall have a bit of fun with that in a minute, I think.
A magnificent dish with a wonderful story behind. I have two great home cooks to come, so please don't go anywhere.
Coming up, two tantalising recipes. One, a dish fresh from the sea. The other, a hearty stew enjoyed in both America and Canada, as well as Cornwall. And our home cooks take on service in a professional kitchen.
7 fish in total.
Pork, pork, pork. Pork, pork, pork. I've never cooked like this before in my life.
Welcome back to There's No Taste Like Home, where today I'm in Cornwall, of course famous for its pirates, arr, and smugglers, and more than anything else, beautiful produce. Today I'm putting home-cooked food to the test, because I got 3 home cooks working in this professional kitchen, ready to serve for this beautiful restaurant. Before the break, I met our first cook, but let's find out who is next to delight our diners.
Robin Turner is a 54-year-old lecturer from Cornwall with a real enthusiasm for fish. So today he's cooking turbot with an orange sauce, served with Cornish asparagus and new potatoes. This dish dates from the late 18th century. It was created by the Turner family as they fished the coastal waters of Britain.
Home cooking to me is very important. It's therapeutic, and with things such as good local produce, it can be extremely pleasurable because it doesn't take long to assemble a really, really good plate of food from really good produce. Right, next up we have asparagus. Really, really good. What you must be careful of is the slight woody piece at the bottom. This is a Cornish turbot. I believe that my family are the only ones that do cook turbot with orange. I must be honest, I don't know of anybody else that does. My father used to relish a turbot, and the thought of eating one was just something that I think would fill him with joy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the fillet away from the bone. And what you need for this is a very good, sharp knife. And here comes a rather lovely, large lump of meat coming away from the bone. We're now going to portion this up. What we're going to do is we're going to take the zest from the orange now, which is basically a piece of decoration. I'm going to put the orange segments on the hot griddle. Basically what it's going to do, it's going to caramelise the orange. I've also got a little blowtorch that I'm going to assist them along with. The other side is being done on the griddle. Now we're ready to go, and in we go. Once the pan is hot, I add the turbot fillets skinned down into the pan. I then turn the turbot, with the skin side has browned, and squeeze both halves of the orange's juices into the pan.
That's Robin's Father Jack's turbot in orange sauce, served with Cornish asparagus and new potatoes. Gino's keen to find out how this mix of turbot and orange first came into being.
So Robin, tell me where this dish started.
My ancestors were dealing in fish on the quayside in Plymouth, and my great-great-grandfather, Robert, I believe he created the dish in honour of his father, who was John. He combined it with asparagus and local potatoes, and also then, because the boats that brought all the citrus fruit from the Mediterranean landed in Plymouth to import into England, he had his hands on limes, lemons, oranges, etc., etc. So decided to, being a flamboyant character that he was, decided to play around with it a bit, I think, and suddenly out of the blue came turbot with orange with new potatoes and asparagus. Well, my father introduced me to the dish, first of all, when I was about 7 years old. My dad was a very clever man, very, very clever with his hands. He could create things. He smoked a lot of fish, cured a lot of fish, prepared a lot of fish, made things out of fish that lots of people can't do. He could skin and curl a whiting in 2 seconds. He was absolutely brilliant at those sort of things. So fish preparation and knife work he was very clever at.
Your father is no longer with us, right?
No.
What do you think he would say if he was here with you today in the kitchen?
He would probably be highly critical. He would probably pick on the potatoes, tell me that I've done that wrong. He would probably tell me that I've overcooked the asparagus, and he would probably also tell me that the fish wasn't quite right and he could have done better.
So, have you actually ever managed to cook for him before he left us?
Yes, I did actually. For his 50th wedding anniversary, we had turbot and orange.
Oh, wow.
So,
come on, tell me, what did he say?
Absolutely fantastic, wanted more.
What would it mean to you? To your dad, to your granddad, to your family, to win today's competition and have this dish on our, restaurant menu?
Well, I think they would be, again, pride is one thing that comes to the mind of you know, a family dish when it suddenly appears in front of the general public, which I'm not sure whether it has or not before. People may have invented this dish apart from my family, I don't know. But to actually see the family dish appear on a menu will be absolutely fantastic.
Robin starts his preparation with the potatoes, but these aren't just any old spuds.
What I'm doing is I'm just doing the most difficult job actually of the lot, which is preparing the new potatoes ready for the pot. And Cornish new potatoes deserve some special treatment. I'm just rubbing and not scrubbing and basically keeping the skins as much as possible on the potato because basically it's all part of the flavour. And what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to cut them to size. And then we're going to clean the asparagus ready for action and fillet the turbot.
Another great dish full of history. Today's diners are in for a treat. But we still have one more cook hoping their dish has what it takes to be on this restaurant menu for 1 month. So let's meet them.
57-year-old Joanne Scofield is originally from Canada but moved to the UK in 1989. She lives in the village of Mannequin with husband John and daughter Delia. Joanne brought with her a recipe that reminds her of home, great-grandmother Mary's baked beans. This dish originated from Joanne's Dutch great-grandmother in America before travelling to Canada and finally ending up in Cornwall.
Here's how I make my great-grandmother Mary's Canadian baked beans with pork belly. You take 3 onions, and you don't have to be precious about how you chop them up. Like that. In go the onions. Put the cover on so they sweat. Leave them for a couple of minutes, and we'll go over and prepare the pork belly and the bacon, and we'll put them into the casserole. This is locally sourced smoked back bacon. Nice big hunks are good because they do, with slow cooking, dissolve a bit more. Onions are doing very nicely. You take the bacon and you just put it into the pot. Obviously, in the old days, baked beans were associated with cowboys, but they were a staple diet in everybody's meal. But they would never use beef baked beans, they would use pork. So either it would be bacon or pork belly, but usually not both. I have chosen to put both in my dish because I like a lot of the fat that goes into the dish and makes it very, very rich. Next is the sauce. So to start with, we have light brown sugar, blackstrap molasses, and a lot of people have no idea what that is. And when you explain it to them, the English think it's like treacle. It is similar to that because it's black, sticky, and thick and sweet. But blackstrap molasses has more of a bitter taste to it. Next ingredient is dry mustard. This gives it a bite. Tomato puree, 4 teaspoonsful. And the last ingredient is 3 cans of tomatoes. Right, these are haricot beans. I've used the ones that are dried in a bag, about 500 grams, and I pre-soaked them. What you're going to do now is just put it in the oven and walk away. It stays in the oven for 6 hours. We're also going to make baking powder biscuits. Okay, this is plain flour, about 15 grams of baking powder, so it's quite a lot. What you do is sift it down. This puts air into the biscuits, so it makes them lighter. Next bit is the introduction of butter. This has to be chilled because this is, in a way, just like making pastry. You pick it up and you take your thumbs, get the butter between your fingers, and you work it. At this point, we introduce the milk. And again, like a pastry, you put it in a bit at a time, steady little stream. And what you do is you work it. There you are, you've got a nice dough. Roll it out, a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch thick. I'm going to use this size cookie cutter, but my granny would have used a glass. Okay, and you take your biscuits, giving them a little bit of room because obviously they'll expand. They go into quite a hot oven for 12 to 15 minutes. And now it's time to serve up.
So that's Joanne's great-grandmother Mary's baked beans served with baking powder biscuits. Time to learn more about this transatlantic dish.
So Joanne, tell me, where did the dish start?
The dish, baked beans, started with our family with my great-grandmother Mary, who emigrated from Holland with her husband John Oscar, being my great-grandfather, and emigrated to Idaho and did homesteading on the prairies in the United States. They had 8 children, of which my granny, Maury, was one. My great-grandmother was quite a renowned cook, known for her cooking, big Dutch woman, very solid, good stock. They retired to Alberta, where I was born. We were brought up in a culture where there was no snacking between meals, none. What was on the table was what you ate. And if you didn't eat it, there was no big deal about it, just okay, but you knew absolutely with every finality nothing to eat until the next meal. Of course, we were very active children in those days, skating, tobogganing, riding our bikes in the parks. We were hungry. So my granny did this amazing thing. She made mashed potatoes. She made a little volcano, little mound with a hole in the top, and stuck the baked beans and said, now there's a volcano. If you don't eat it, it'll erupt. So I went, all right, better eat it then. She was pretty formidable, my grandmother. So when I left home, Calgary, I moved to Toronto. I went into the theatre and the film business. I didn't have any money, so I couldn't eat in restaurants. I couldn't do takeout. I couldn't buy convenience foods. So I called home and said, Mum, do you remember that recipe that you did, or that Granny, that Maury did? So that's how subsequently we started to cook, not exactly on the knee of our mother, but through necessity when we left home.
Now, tell me, what would it mean to you and your family to win today's competition and have this dish that has been so long, over 150 years in your family, all of a sudden seen on a restaurant menu?
My immediate family are fairly blasé about it, to be frank, okay. However, I think my mother, my grandmother, and my great-grandmother would be really proud to think that their humble dish, humble, sustaining, inexpensive dish, has come into this very nice restaurant with a beautiful sea view, with probably some very discerning guests eating it. So I think they would be very proud, and it makes me proud to think that that journey has ended up here.
Joanne is off to a great start creating the rich tomato sauce that is the base of the recipe. But last night, disaster almost struck as she forgot to prepare a key ingredient.
I went to bed early thinking, I got to get up at 4:45 this morning. And just as you're falling asleep, you go that, and I forgot my beans. So I was up till midnight, soaking my beans and cooking them. Yeah.
And Janet is well aware of the scrutiny that her Cornish pasties will be under in their home county of Cornwall.
Before today, I think the most I've cooked is about 12 or 13. Yeah. Every Cornish woman is looking at these pasties now. So if I don't get it right, I ain't going to hold my head up, I can tell you that much.
Robin has time concerns, as his turbot will be cooked to order for each diner, demanding precision planning.
I want to get on with the preparation. I want to make sure that everything's the right size, shape and description to go into the pot and cook, because fresh fish is a very, very important thing that you have to have everything in the right place, because it's going to take a matter of moments to complete and get to the plate.
So that completes today's menu. 3 great cooks, very passionate about their food. I'm sure they're going to make their family really, really proud. But you know what? Lunchtime is soon to become, so finger crossed and let's get on with it.
Coming up, there's chaos in the kitchen.
To my surprise, it was my wife. Ooh, to Lamona.
Can we please stop singing and get on with cooking?
Go on, you misery.
And Gino puts his foot down.
1 pork, now.
Yes, chef. Coming up, chef.
I need 2 more fish, so 6 in total.
Right now, chef.
Welcome back to There's No Taste Like Home, where today I'm in Cornwall. In a few hours, this beautiful restaurant will be filled with paying customers, all eager to try some good home-cooked food. But would my amateur cooks be able to deliver in a professional kitchen? Let's remind ourselves what's on the menu today.
Janet Ethorn is baking her great-granny Catherine's Cornish pasty with a fresh green salad. A dish sure to be under scrutiny today.
Cornish pasties are the staple diet of Cornish people. And a good woman, a good Cornish woman will make a good pasty.
Robin Turner is cooking his father Jack's turbot in orange sauce, a recipe that originated out of the quayside tradition of bartering exotic ingredients.
My father used to relish a turbot, and the thought of eating one was just something that I think would fill him with joy.
And Joanne Scofield is making great-grandmother Mary's baked beans, served with baking powder biscuits. This hearty dish was a staple of austere North American homesteads.
Obviously, in the old days, baked beans were associated with cowboys, but they would use bacon or pork belly. I have chosen to put both in my dish because I like a lot of the fat that goes into the dish and makes it very, very rich.
Lunchtime is almost here, and the waiting staff are putting the final touches to the restaurants to welcome the diners. Back in the kitchen, it's a hive of activity as our 3 home cooks prepare enough food to serve at least 20 people each. So, how are they coping?
20 pastas is a lot to cook, but yeah, going to go for it. Cornish maid, used to cooking, so, you know, I've been telling myself it's only just an extension of the family that I got to cook for. Pretend he's got some more coming for dinner, that's all, like, you know.
So
Now,
what
look
you
at
done
that.
here?
I put a hole in the middle to let the steam come out.
Okay.
All right, now, feel it, all right?
That's beautiful. I have
Isn't
to
that
say,
lovely?
this looks absolutely amazing.
Now I'm going to put egg wash on that.
Yeah, but
Now
listen,
this,
you
you've got to
got-
go in the oven right now because...
You have-
Yes?
Less than an hour before lunchtime. Are you going to be ready?
My man, if you disappear, I will get on with them.
Fine.
Thank you. Lovely.
So, Robin, what's happening here?
Right, what I've done is I've filleted the turbot,
How long is it going to take you to cook?
approximately 2 minutes.
2 minutes. 2 minutes on
Approximately.
each side, or like 1 minute?
Approximately 2 minutes.
So this is one of these fishes that you really don't want to overcook. You just job done.
You want to have the creaminess of the turbot, the oil that's just under the skin. The white fish, it's got a beautiful little oil layer just under there.
Oh, I
and
see.
when you get that coming through the flesh when it's just cooked, it's absolutely succulent, soft, and melts in the mouth.
How many times have you done this dish?
Fair few.
A few times. John, what's happening here?
What's happening? I'm cutting the chives for my garnish for the baked beans.
Oh, very nice.
And then I've made my salad dressing, and then last minute I'm doing my baking powder biscuits. Very old cowboy tradition.
So you got the dressing already prepared.
I've got it prepared,
Okay.
yes. It's simple oil and vinegar dressing
beautiful.
with garlic in it. And
Some
lemon
garlic,
juice.
a bit of olive oil, a bit of lemon
Yeah,
juice.
extra
You got
virgin, yeah.
Your chive.
My chives right from my garden, Gino.
Oh, beautiful. Look at that.
Absolutely
Nice. And I'm going to put some of these lovely chive flowers.
Now, chive flowers, I like them because I
Lovely.
eat them. Okay,
I know.
I always
know.
say as a tip, whenever you garnish a dish, if I cannot eat it, I don't want to see on the dish. But this one, they are
Lovely.
absolutely
They are
beautiful to
so
eat.
good. And when you get them sort of at this stage, they pop in your mouth like popcorn, don't
Oh
they?
yes, they really, really
There you go,
pretty.
pop.
Really, really pretty.
Nice little surprise. So they're
Oh.
gonna go on the garnish on the salad.
Okay.
And then I'll be serving the baked beans with my baking powder biscuits, hopefully hot out of the oven.
Fantastic. So
And,
you got everything under control for lunch, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Once
You're
I
not
say
gonna
this dish, you put it in, you walk away, and just casually do the rest.
I'm walking away. I'm walking away.
Okay.
The morning has flown by. Already it's time for lunch, and a queue of hungry diners is ready and waiting to try the 3 historical dishes. Time is up for the cooks, as whether they're ready or not, this restaurant is open for business.
All right, service is going to happen in about half an hour time, okay? So it's very important that I see the final dish before it goes out to paying customers. So what I want you to do, I'm going to give you 15 minutes, okay? And I want you to serve me a dish for me to try and see what it looks like before lunchtime, okay? So you got 15 minutes to prepare a dish. Call me up, I'll come and taste it, we see what it looks like, and then we get on with lunchtime.
Okay.
All right? So back to the station, you got 15 minutes starting now.
By the end of lunch service, Gino will award one dish the honour of being on this restaurant's menu for a month. His decision will look at 3 main criteria: cost of ingredients, preparation time in the kitchen, and the reaction of the diners. It's Gino's job to ensure that every dish that leaves the kitchen is perfect, so each must pass his strict taste test. First up today is Janet with her great-granny Catherine's Cornish Pasty, accompanied by a fresh green salad.
I don't think there is an elegant way to eat this dish, but I'll try my best. Wow. Okay. Wow. Potato are perfectly cooked inside. It works really well. Sweet, then you got the meat coming through. It's such a simple dish that when you put it together, just like this, it works. And the meat, oh, absolutely beautiful.
Next, Gino will taste Robin's Father Jack's turbot in orange sauce, served with Cornish asparagus and new potatoes.
I'm really looking forward. Okay, the turbot, what I'm looking for is to be beautiful and moisture in the middle, with a little bit of the orange sauce. Oh, wow. Well, let me tell you, first of all, the orange sauce works really well with the turbot. I like turbot because it's a quite firm, fleshy dish, right? And I think if you overcook it, it's going to be quite tough. But cooked like this, it's a little bit like scallops, the texture of scallops, nice and tender, moisture inside. Really, really a good dish. But I think presentation-wise, I can give Robin one or few tips, which is going to really lift this dish up. So, Robin, you okay?
Yeah, good.
Come here, my friend. The way we're going to present is very simple. I'm using exactly the same components that you use it, but we're going to do a little bit different, okay? Asparagus, well done the way you cook them, nice and al dente. Put them in the middle, okay?
Yeah.
So make sure when you put them, they all like that, okay?
Yep.
Very simply, what I want you to do is to lift your fish. You put them on the asparagus like that.
Yep.
Yeah? Then this one, okay, put it underneath.
Okay, got it.
Don't put it on top for me,
Okay.
okay? Then you got a little bit of the zest. Don't put it too much.
No, no.
Then pick up your potato. Don't serve too many potatoes.
No, no.
Okay?
No.
Choose one side where you put them on. Then just before you serve them, give them a good clean around.
Yeah.
Okay? Then you have the orange sauce.
Yeah.
Sauce goes on top. All around the dish. Restaurant quality.
Brilliant.
What do you think?
Spot on, buddy.
Yeah?
And finally, Gino tastes Joanne's great-grandmother Mary's baked beans, served with baking powder biscuits.
Let's get on with it. Okay, so first of all, is the baked beans. I like the texture. They're not too mushy, which is nice. Sweetness comes through. The pork belly, nice and tender on the fork. Oh. Really breaks in your mouth. And you know what? I can see why cowboys, they've been living on these beans for so long. Yay, I would say.
Satisfied with the dishes, Gino allows ordering to begin.
Cornish pasty, obviously, that's lovely. That's going to come first in my book.
I'm going to go for the baked beans and the pork belly, please.
I'd love the turbot, thank you very much.
The service is going to start in about 2 minutes' time, okay? So whenever I shout your dish, it's very important for me to understand and know that you got it.
Right.
So when I shout the dish, just answer me back, yes, chef, or yes, Gino, whatever you want.
Yeah.
But shout back at me and tell me how much time do you need to prepare the specific dish that I asked.
Yes.
Because remember, I'm going to have to coordinate all your dishes to go to one table. So I need to know your timing.
Right.
Okay? Okay. Let the battle commence. Okay, guys, stay with me. I need 1 pork, 2 fish, 1 pasty.
Yes, chef.
Okay, I need 1 more fish.
Yeah. Yes, chef.
Sorry?
Got it, chef.
So you got 3 in total. How long?
First 2, 4 minutes.
Steady with the pasty, yeah? Don't do anything with the pasty now. Don't do anything with the beans and pork.
Robin's turbot has to be cooked to order, so whilst his service starts at fever pitch, Janet and Joanne have to wait patiently to serve their meals, so that all the food can arrive at the table simultaneously.
I need 2 more fish, so 6 in total. I need 7 fish in total.
With the turbot nearly cooked, the girls can get into the swing of it.
Can I have 4 pork in total?
4?
4.
Yes, chef.
And can I have 3 pasty?
Yes, chef. Wow. Wait.
2 pasty
Yes, chef.
and 1 pork. Now.
Yes, chef. Coming up, chef.
Robin?
Yeah.
The girls are kicking your butts.
Let's just say that I quite like that.
Finally, all 3 cooks have plated up dishes that Gino is happy to serve to the paying customers.
I've got the pasty, it's really, really good. It's like proper Cornish pasty, it's crimped on the side and everything.
It looks delicious. I'm very fortunate to get our first choice.
With their first batch of dishes gratefully received, back in the kitchen, spirits are unusually high.
To my surprise, it was my wife. Ooh, to Lamona.
Can we please stop singing and get on with cooking?
Go on, you misery.
Can we get on with cooking? With the pasty?
I'm happy, I'm delighted.
Head chef Gino has his work cut out to keep this lunchtime service on track. And with all the singing, Joanne can't even hear herself think.
Pork?
Sorry, beans?
Yes, pork. Can I call it pork?
Yeah, all right, Gino.
Only this one.
I need 1 more pasty and I need 1 more pork.
1 minute, chef.
Give me 1 pork quickly.
Yes, coming up, chef.
Robin, I really need these 2 fishes now. You told me 30 seconds, and I think half an hour is gone by.
Right now, chef.
I've never cooked like this before in my life.
Well, you two are not singing anymore. What's happening?
Oh!
Is it too hot now?
No, it's not.
Is it too hot?
You want me to sing? I'll sing.
Is it too hot now?
sing.
Is it?
Summertime and the living is easy.
Fish
are jumping
and the cotton is hard.
I need 2 fishes.
Oh,
Your
your
daddy's
daddy's rich.
I wish I never asked.
Your
I wish I never asked. Can I have 2
mother's
fishes?
Hush, little baby, where's your plate?
Don't
Oh, you cry. Ooh.
So it's service with a song, but will the diners notice the added zest in their food?
I've never had it with dressing before, but I must say it's a good addition to the pasta. It works, you know.
I've ordered the Canadian baked beans with pork belly, and I like pork belly, but I couldn't imagine the beans and the belly together, but it's absolutely delicious, and the biscuit just makes it.
You have to eat your pasta with your hand because that's the way it was designed, that's the way it was made, and that's the proper Cornish way of eating it. Hold it by the crust and just eat all the filling. The pastry is really nice, and it's got loads of seasoning in it, so you can actually taste all the meat and the veggies in it as well. It's done really well.
I ordered the turbot, absolutely delicious. Perfect with a Cornish pint. Couldn't be better.
I need 1 here and 2 here, so 3 in total.
What about that one?
Don't worry about the other one. Don't go too far. Let's do 1 table at a time.
We're okay.
Who do you think you are now? A professional chef? Just take it easy, 1 fish at a time, please.
I'm not changing my day job on it.
No, please don't. Whatever you do, don't. But you know what? You're doing an amazing job. I know the first one is stressful. Girls, you as well. Very good job. What are you doing here? This is my pass.
Terribly sorry, my man.
I've never been abused so much in my own kitchen.
And you
Like
love
this
it.
woman here.
And you love it. Whoa.
Okay, so we are halfway through, but service is not finished yet. Join me after the break because I'm going to have to make the decision of which of these dishes they're going to be on this restaurant menu for 1 month. Wish me luck. 2 more fishes, 1 pasty, 1 pork.
Coming up.
The winner of There's No Taste Like Home is...
Chef Gino D'Acampo is on a mission to prove there's no taste like home.
Oh, absolutely beautiful.
He's found 3 home cooks with 3 historic family recipes. Together, they've taken over a restaurant at Land's End in Cornwall. It's a full house, and as a result, the orders are coming through thick and fast.
Come on.
Yes, chef.
Our 3 home cooks have found it to be a tough challenge.
Thank you.
Service is nearly over and the cooks are all keen for Gino to pick their dish to feature on this restaurant's menu for a month.
Okay, guys, come on. We have the last order in, so push it for me.
1 quart, chef, 3 to come.
Last pasty, chef.
This one goes table number 5. 2 pasty, 1 fish.
1 pork, chef. 1 serving left, chef.
Okay, guys, can you all come here? Come here. That was the last table. So job done.
There we go.
Well done.
Right.
Well done.
I got 1 pasty to go, Mum.
That's okay. No. That was the last table.
Well done.
Well done, my friend. Well done. It was great. How do you feel?
Hot.
Hot?
Yeah, relieved.
Really? Is
What
this
about you? You're hotter than I am.
I'm going to go nightclubbing.
Is this something you would do it again?
Sure. No, I'd love to do it again.
You love to do it?
I would, honest. I'll come down here with him anytime.
What about you, big man?
Yeah, no problem at all.
Would you do it again?
Yeah.
So next time, if I have 200-300 people,
No problem.
No problem.
you will just get on with
You
it.
don't put turbot on the menu.
Yes.
Service is now over and our cooks have done all they can to secure their dish a place on the restaurant's menu for a month. It's now up to the diners and the restaurant's head chef and manager to help Gino make his difficult decision.
I had the pasty and it was really good, but I'm well full up now.
I love the home-cooked baked beans because I normally don't eat tinned beans because I don't like them. But with the pork belly, it was really nice. And they were lovely homemade baked beans.
It was perfect. The fish was a lovely piece. Normally often feel you get cheated with turbot because it's such an expensive fish. This was a piece 1.5 inches thick. It was really substantial, very tasty, beautifully cooked, perfect.
Well, the diners were impressed, but which dish will Gino pick? Will it be Janet Ethorn and her great-granny Catherine's Cornish Pasty, accompanied by a fresh green salad, a Cornish classic first enjoyed by tin miners?
I'm making this pasty now on behalf of all Cornish women in the county.
Yes.
And this is our stand to say, this is how it's done. This is what it is.
Or Robin Turner with his father Jack's turbot in orange sauce, served with Cornish asparagus and new potatoes, a dish enjoyed by 5 generations of fishing ancestors.
Pride is one thing that comes to the mind of, a family dish when it suddenly appears in front of the general public. But to actually see the family dish appear on a menu will be absolutely fantastic.
Or Joanne Scofield and great-grandmother Mary's baked beans, served with baking powder biscuits, a recipe that has made its way from America to Canada and now on to Cornwall.
I think my mother, my grandmother and my great-grandmother would be really proud to think that their humble dish, humble, sustaining, inexpensive dish has come into this very nice restaurant.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you my 3 home cooks. Come on, guys. As far as concerning me, and I think everybody, you are all winners because to be able to cook in a professional kitchen and feed customers that you don't really know is already a win-win situation. One of your dish is going to be on this restaurant menu for 1 month, okay? And the winner of There Is No Taste Like Home is... Cornish Pasty was amazing. Janet, well done.
Oh, I'm really pleased for Janet. She's a fantastic lady and she makes one mean pasty. She does it all properly and you cannot beat a homemade pasty. So I'm really glad, really pleased for her.
Well, I thought Joanne and Janet did a marvellous job, and the result was quite right. The Cornish pasty in the Cornish village is just perfect.
Today I thought, well, I got to go for it. I am a Christian and I said to the Lord, well, help me make it right today. Help me do it right. And it did. It worked out right. And here we are. No place like home. I can't believe it.
What a wonderful day we had. And of course, congratulations to Janet and the Cornish Pasty, which I thought was absolutely amazing. The pastry was nice and crispy. The inside was absolutely beautiful. But you know what? That's it for today. But don't forget to join me next time as I continue my journey across the UK to find more home cooks, all eager to prove that does not taste like home. Ciao. So if you want to try the winning dish yourself, or perhaps you want the details of the recipes featured on today's show, go to itv.com/food.